always wanted to start a practice, but also being hyper conservative, as physicians, it's like everything has to be perfect before you do it. But then when you really do it, you realize you just have to jump and figure it out on the way. And that's the only way to do it, because even if it's perfect, you're still jumping and figuring it out on the way. So I think leaving a practice, making that jump, I built my space from raw space during COVID when construction was shutting down, and I had to like drive to Boston to pick up my floors myself. And like I had to, people laugh, I'm like, I know everything about my practice. I know the adhesives that are holding down my floors because I negotiated everything myself, right? So that was a hard time, like doing that, knowing I'm leaving this practice, going to work every day, balancing COVID, being afraid for, my mom quit her job to come and help me. And now she's being in New York City, which was the epi. She left Texas, which apparently COVID didn't happen in Texas, right? To come to New York where it's, everywhere. It was just a really stressful time. And I think what helps me is, it's kind of what we always do. It's, putting your head down and knowing it gets better. It sounds kind of trite, but, trouble doesn't last always, right? I think other things I do is finding those moments for myself. So even if it's like 10 minutes, so I meditate a lot. I do TM or transcendental meditation. And then sometimes TM can be a mental lift. So if I'm not doing TM, then I'll do guided meditations, but meditation helps me a lot. Just being in nature helps me a lot. So I love to be outdoors. So I would even like just take a day trip upstate, just to be outdoors, or when I was driving, take a drive, just making sure that you carve out those moments, whether it's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, those little moments that you make sacrosanct for yourself, I think it really helps.
So a dermatologist, a board certified dermatologist saying that imperfection is beautiful, right? And then finding support in your family and leaning into the challenge, right? Yeah. And just having that faith is so important.